Hey everyone, in this FIFA 23 Chemistry Styles Explained video, I'm going to clear up how chemistry styles work, what they do, and also where you can purchase them. So if we look on the squad view here in Ultimate Team, we've got all our different players, and some, if you look at the bottom of their badges, have boots, and others have little different symbols. So we have a lightning bolt here, kind of little target looking thing here, and a weird looking thing there on Alexander-Arnold. So what is going on here? Well, if we look at, for example, Jordan Henderson, so let's have a little look at his chemistry page. I press the right stick button down, and you can see that his chemistry style is basic, but he's got player chemistry of 3. So because he's got player chemistry of 3, it gives a little boost to some of his attributes. So you can see under shooting, attacking position plus plus 4, shot power plus 4, can't say it, volleys plus 4, penalties, etc. You get the idea. Well, if you change from basic chemistry style to a different style, you will see different things added. So if we look at Ziyech here, who's got this catalyst chemistry style, so we press the right stick on him again, and you can see catalyst, and he has a different set of things being applied to him. So he's got crossing plus 11, free kick accuracy plus 8, plus 4, plus 8, plus 4. So the way this works is you will see some benefits applied to the player if they have good chemistry. Now, if they haven't got good chemistry, you won't see so much in the way of perks. Let's have a little look at another one, Alexander-Arnold here. So if we right stick button on him, you can see again we've got some things being applied to this player. But look at the volleys, plus 15 with this hunter. So he would be good with volleys using this attribute here that we see. So how do you apply these? Let's have a little look at Henderson and see if we can apply a chemistry style to him. So highlight the player that you want to apply a chemistry style to and press X. Or whatever shows its actions down the bottom of your screen just before this view. That may be square on the PlayStation, for example. When you're here, you want to look at Apply Consumable. And if you've got any chemistry styles, they will show up on the right-hand tab over here. So these are ones that I currently own. So I've got Deadeye, Marksman, Artist, Architect, Powerhouse, Maestro, and Anchor. If you go back to the suggested, it may give you a suggestion for which chemistry style to apply to him. So it's suggesting you could go with Artist, and that would give a perk to his passing and dribbling, or we could go with Maestro, which would give perks to shooting, passing and dribbling, but not as many. So look at that one there. Let's go with passing and dribbling and see how that would affect things. So if we say, okay, we want to apply that, you're going to see a boost to passing and dribbling. So there's his standard things there. So if we apply this, what we should see is those then jump up, and we should, if we jump out, and then we have a little look at his view. Whoops. You can see now we've got big jumps up to his passing, his crossing, his curve, etc. Over the standard basic chemistry style that he had before. So what about if you've not got any chemistry styles? How do you get those? Well, you can have a little look at what you want by either going into the player here. So if we go to actions on this player and it says player chemistry style powerhouse, we could say, okay, well, that's not what we want to do. We want to go and buy a chemistry style. So let's just have a little look here. I can't remember whether we can do it from here. I'm just going to double check. Actions, nope. So we're going to go into, back out here, over to transfers, and then transfer market. And then what you want to look at is consumables. So I'm using right button to come over to consumables, change the consumable type to chemistry style, player chemistry style. There it is. Now, what I suggest you start doing initially is having a little look at these and see what they do. So have an idea of what sort of ones you want. You might want a hawk, which is pace, shooting, and physicality. You may want a shadow, depending. So these are going to vary depending on what your player needs. So one of the most popular is hunter, like we saw with Alexander-Arnold. I'm seeing, I think there's one above. I'm just trying to think which one it is. So go all through them and just see which ones you've got. Gladiator might be an interesting one. They can shoot and they can defend. We'll just keep going through and see what we've got. Interesting there, just while I see it, is you can apply basic chemistry style to get things back to normal if you want as well. So let's say I'm interested in Hunter. Now you can see this one is a whopping 2,400 buy it now price. So what you could do, if you decide Hunter is the one you want, come back out of here and go over to position. Sorry, I think we have to go to gold, and then can we do this? There we go. Go over to the one that you're looking for, and when you find it, so there's Hunter, then go over to your pricing and then drill this down. So Say I want to see if I can get one for 1200. Nothing. Try 2200. Okay, plenty. So let's go back and drill that down and see whether we can get it for less. So I'm using now the left D-pad to bring this down. So we'll try 1600 and search. And there's one there. So we'll buy that one. Oops. Nope, let's buy. Ah, we missed it. So because that one's already gone, we'll have to do it again. So we'll go slightly higher, nothing, slightly higher, nothing, slightly higher, nothing. So it's worth waiting because sometimes you'll see better ones. So these ones have all come up at 2,000. So you can see quite a lot of money for this because this is one of the biggest ones in demand. But let's say we want to go with a hunter. So we'll say buy now, yes. And then we'll continue searching. So you could go with cheap ones as well. Some you can pick up much cheaper than that. So we'll exit sort items later. So let's go again. We'll just have a little look what's a cheap one. So let's have a little look what might be cheap. You may want some basic ones at some point just to narrow things down. But let's have a little look for Sentinel and see what sort of price that is. So we'll just lower this down to 1,000. Plenty at that, 800, 500. So let's go with a little bit lower. 350 seems very reasonable. 300. So I'll go with 300 and we'll buy that one there, and then we'll just apply these and show you how they work. So we'll continue searching just to come out of this view. So I'm hitting B to go back. I'll move all items now. So it says what I want to do. It's then chuck those into my my sort of consumables to use. So if I go back to my squad now, what we should find is those are available. So you can see both John Stones and Matip at the minute have basic chemistry style. So if we look at this with the right stick again, so you can see +4 on various things, but I'm not really bothered about his shooting capabilities. I prefer some more perks to his defensive capabilities. So this is where I could do this. So if we come back out and then hit X down the bottom of actions, that would be square on the PlayStation. And then you can see it's got player recommended consumable. It says Anchor, which is not the one I purchased. So maybe I want to do a different one. So I could go to apply consumable, and you can see here it's saying, well, do you want this one or this one? So I can see the argument for this one because it's going to add some to pace as well, which might be quite good for a centre back. But let's say we want to go with the Sentinel, which I already purchased. So we'll go with that. And that has now been applied to him. So let's now have a little look at him. And you can see, do you remember before there were some perks being applied to shooting, but now they're all sitting in defense, so we see much bigger perks. So look at that, heading accuracy has really jumped up by +15, interceptions +8, jumping +15. It's all good. And that's all you do. So hopefully that makes sense to you with player chemistry dials. So do hunt around and get some for the best value. Do have a good look and debate which will suit your player best, whether you want a perk to pace or defensive capabilities, attacking capabilities, that sort of thing. If it was useful to you, give us a thumbs up, please. That's much appreciated. Any comments are welcome. If you're stuck in anything in FIFA 23, do hit me up with a comment and have a little look on my channel because I'm doing all sorts of tutorials on FIFA 23. I did the same for FIFA 22 and FIFA 21. So if I don't already cover something that you need, hit me up with a comment. I'll do my best to help. And if it's a really good idea and nobody's covered it yet, I'll give you a little shout out, so thanks for the idea. Also, if you want to be kept up to date with my latest and greatest videos, I'm always publishing new content. Hit that subscribe button and you'll be kept up to date. Thanks so much.